me yami, every said, was no to me, oh, be around, Befa, was no sissy, Makuma, Bema, Enzi, Mimu. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. While at supper with his disciples, Jesus was troubled in spirit and declared, I tell you most solemnly, one of you will betray me. The disciples looked at one another, wondering which he meant. The disciple Jesus loved was reclined next to Jesus. Simon Peter sighed to him and said, ask who it is he means. So leaning back on Jesus' breast, he said, who is it, Lord? Is it the one? It is the one, replied Jesus, to whom I give the piece of bread that I share dipped in the dish. He dipped the piece of bread and gave it to Judas, son of Simon Iscariot. At that instant, after Judas had taken the bread, Satan entered him. Jesus then said, what are you going to do? Do quickly. None of the others at table understood the reason he said this. Since Judas had charge of the common fund, some of them thought Jesus was telling him, buy what we need for the festival, or telling him to give something to the poor. As soon as Judas had taken the piece of bread, he went out. Night had fallen. When he had gone, Jesus said, now has the Son of Man been glorified, and in him God has been glorified. If God has been glorified in him, God will in turn glorify him in himself, and will glorify him very soon. My little children, I shall not be with you much longer. You will look for me, and I told you, where I am going, you cannot come. Simon Peter said, Lord, where are you going? Jesus replied, where I am going, you cannot follow me. You will follow me later. Peter says to Jesus, why can't I follow you now? I will lay down my life for you. Lay down your life for me. And Jesus, most solemnly, before the cock crows, you will have disowned me 3 times. Beloved, read from the Gospel of John chapter 13, verse 21, 33, 36 to 38. The Gospel of our salvation. Beloved, this morning we have the message of God around us, and wherever you are, you find yourself, you are connected in a spiritual way, because reading John chapter 4, Jesus said that a time will come where we shall worship in spirit and in truth. There's no going to be where we gather, but we shall worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. And this is the moment, this is the time. Whatever Jesus, whatever God says, come to pass in every way, in any way, in the circumstances. So wherever you find yourself, remember, you are worshiping in spirit and in truth, according to John chapter 4. So we are connected deeper than we can imagine. But this morning, there are a few things we need to clarify, a few things we need to bring into mind as we also follow Jesus. I am asking you today, are you a betrayer? Are you Judas? The modern day Judas is who you and I are. Beloved, given the opportunity to be a follower of Jesus, who would you be? Judas or who? With your life now, the lifestyle you are living today, will you be a true follower of Jesus, or you will be Judas Iscariot, who is about to betray him very soon in the coming weeks, in the coming days? Are you a betrayer, or are you a true follower of Jesus Christ? What are your actions telling you? Beloved, let us understand something. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter whether you are in the church. It doesn't matter whether you are following Jesus. Satan can always and always contact you and influence your life and also work things out to harm you. But you need the grace and the Spirit of God to be with you. Beloved, Judas has been following Jesus. Judas is another follower of Jesus. Jesus called Judas. He knew what Judas was about to do. He knew what Judas would become. But yet, he allowed him to follow him. So why would a follower of Jesus Christ and at this very moment turn against him and to serve him? I've been thinking about this some time now. So Judas, a betrayer, he goes out there, he denies or he gives up Jesus in a treacherous way, in a fraudulent way. He takes money and then he gives him up. That is a betrayer. Anybody who takes something and lets something go, anybody who exposes something faithlessly, anybody who gives somebody up for a gain, that person is a betrayer. In the company of Jesus now, in your Christian spirit, are you a betrayer? It doesn't matter where you find yourself, where you stand. Judas was very close to Jesus, and yet Satan had his way with him. So don't think that I am untouchable. You are not untouchable. But we need to remain in the grace of God. This is what we need to do. Remain in God's grace forever and ever. It doesn't matter. You can be in the pockets of the Pope. You can be in the pockets of Jesus himself. And Satan can have his way with you. But remember and be sure, be firm that you don't become a betrayer. So what happened to Judas? That he became a betrayer. In which ways are we also becoming betrayers? Beloved, as if God works in a mysterious way. On Sunday evening, I was sharing the word of God, I think, with the people on Pax FM. We're reading Genesis chapter 28. Every evening on Friday, Sundays evening, 7 to 8 there, we take a passage from Genesis and we reflect deeper into our lives. I came across something. A place by name Bethel, around Beersheba. That place named Bethel or Beersheba was a place where Abraham first and foremost made an altar to the Lord and worshipped the Lord at that very grounds. I'm just giving you a picture of something. That very place where Abraham had established an altar and sacrificed unto the Lord, later on his grandchild Jacob will come in again and he'll come and meet the same place where he saw a ladder going up and angels and God himself revealed himself to him. So he called the place a holy place and also sacrificed there. The place became a place for prayer in the lives of the Israelites, a wonderful place of prayer. But later on, that place changed to become a place for worshiping gods. Imagine that. The place which was a place of worshiping God now turns to be a place of worshiping idols, worshiping gods. Beloved, the evil one is powerful. Satan is powerful. And the moment Judas took the bread, the same Satan entered him. Then he had to betray Jesus. What happened? Jesus had known all these while. Beloved, one thing Jesus doesn't force us to do is to give our will totally to him. Judas didn't give his will totally to Jesus Christ. Yes, St. Augustine will make us understand that one thing that Jesus did not consult us before doing for us is to create us. He never consulted any of us. But for our will, for him to use our will, for him to give ourselves freely to him, he's asking us to give our very self to him. Judas didn't totally give himself up to Jesus. So little help could be offered to him. When you don't give yourself up totally to Jesus, you also don't experience the best thing you need to enjoy from Jesus. You tend to be a betrayer. Some of us today, we are betraying Jesus more than ever. Today it's not Judas. It's not Judas anymore. It is us, the modern day Judas, who are betraying him. Modern day people, Christians who have turned Judas. We are in church. The modern day Judas is who we are now. By a lifestyle, we have betrayed Jesus. At the moment when we need to stand with him, we have denied him. At the moment when we need to prove that we glorify him with our lifestyle, we don't do so, we betray him. Because we have left his company to follow evil ways and evil things in our lives. Look at the harm we are causing. Look at the things we are doing. Look at the evil-mindedness people have. Look at the things, the fightings, the quarrel, the unforgiveness spirits we have in us. We have become more than Judas now. We have become more than him. He just betrayed him, but we constantly are betraying Jesus everywhere. So every year, as we pray in the Holy Week, preparing ourselves to die with him, don't think that it's Judas who is betraying him. It is you and I. Given the opportunity to be in the place of Judas, would you betray him, or you will still be firm with him today? My dear brother, my dear sister, are you a betrayer? It's your lifestyle, it's the way you conduct your life, it's you are a true follower of Jesus. The way you go about your ways, the things you do, is your life speaking contrary to being a Christian, or you are in the Christian way of life? Judas was following Jesus, yet he couldn't receive much help because he didn't offer his will to God. Most of us in church, our will is still with us. It's not the will of God that we are doing, but it's our own will that we are doing. This morning, I want you to reflect deeper in this Holy Week. Are you Judas, the betrayer? Or you a true follower of Jesus? Is your life betraying Jesus? Or is your life always praising Jesus, glorifying him? If your life doesn't glorify Jesus, then know that you're also a betrayer. Because our lives will give glory to God. As the Father glorifies the Son, so also we who have been called by the Son should glorify Jesus with our lifestyle. Where do you stand and where do you go? He betrayed him. Satan entered him. Know that we are all touchable. And don't say that you are untouchable. You are touchable. Because Satan can have his way with you. But when you surrender your will to Jesus, when you give yourself totally up to the Spirit of God, when you immerse yourself deeper in the things of Christ, yes, Satan will come at your door, will knock at your door, like he knocked at the door of Judas, but you will never open him up to enter you. Are you a betrayer? Some of you have betrayed a friend. You have betrayed a loved one. You have betrayed your parents. Your parents trust you so much, but you have betrayed them. All these things are where we are betraying Jesus now. Let's go back to him. There's a difference between the two of you. Later on we share. This was talking about love. But love will be taken up another time. What love means, we'll take up another time. But one thing between Peter and Judas was the fact that Judas couldn't understand that after all his sins, Jesus could forgive him. But Peter understood that no matter what, he'll be forgiven. So he came back to him and called him, Master, forgive me, and he was forgiven. But Judas couldn't ask for forgiveness. My dear brother, my dear sister, even if you have given up on you have not been a true follower of Christ, it's not late. If you went to Jesus, it's not too late. It's better to change from being a betrayer now than to remain a betrayer forever. Go deeper within you. What are things you are doing that is betraying Jesus? What are things you are doing that people are talking about? We Christians now, we're doing things people are speaking of. We are bringing the worship of Christ, worship of God, Christianity into disrepute by our choice lashes. Go to workplaces, we behave as if we are not Christians. Go to jobs, go to offices, come into our marriages as if we are not Christians. We are betraying Jesus. We are always at the neck of each other. We don't have a sense for each other, the love for each other. It's missing out. When we come to church and we come and glorify Jesus, but no, we are betraying Jesus, my dear brother. Let the Christian life be seen wherever you find yourself. I will end this with a story. There was this church president who came to church one day. He was a male, but that day he dressed in the dressing of a female, because of carabine slits. And then he came to church. He came a little late than unusual. Normally he doesn't come late, But that day he dressed like a female with carabine slits, everything on. And then because it's late, he put on shoes of a female shoe. Then he walked through the aisle, making noise, and he came to sit at the front pew. So everybody was looking at him. Hey, this man, is he correct? This man, what is wrong with this man? This man, what is wrong with him? Hey, is he mad and all that? As we say, is there any territory tone or whatever it is? So this church president never uttered a word. So after church, he took the microphone and came before his people. Yes, I've heard all that you are saying. Some of you are saying I'm mad. Some of you are saying I'm not correct. Some of you are saying all these things. But this is who we are. We think we are worshiping Christ, but in town, they see us to be betrayers. Because the way we appear to some people doesn't seem to be like we are people who are following Christ. And by that, we have given Jesus up and as worship up. We have denied him, we have betrayed him, because people have turned us into laughing stocks. Because the way they should see us to be as people following Christ, as Christians, the things they are doing it, because I can't talk to them. My addressing was supposed to talk to you that let's change our ways of life. If we are male, we should act as male, but not female, as we are laughing. But if we are Christians, we should be true Christians. And let us don't deny Jesus. Don't let us betray him. As we prepare to die with Jesus this morning, whatever you are doing to betray Jesus, I pray that you go back to him for forgiveness. Let us know, confess your sins to him. When you confess your sins, he's worthy to forgive you. Jesus will forgive you and restore him to himself. God bless you this morning. I pray that may Satan never in any way touch you. May nothing, no sickness should touch you. May your family be delivered and be healed and protected. As we always stay, as we always live for Jesus. As we stop betraying him with our bad ways of life. God bless you this morning. In the midst of this pandemic, your grace has been abundant upon our lives. In the grace of this hardship, Lord, you have been good to us. But we come before you, kneeling before you,